Hello, my name's Alicia. Welcome to my channel. I have my MCs today. This is going to be, I feel like, a long one. If you notice a change in lighting or whatever, I may film this in 2 gaps or batches. I don't know. It always amazes me, but I feel like this is going to take a while. So let's just dig right in. So this was my favorite at one time, the Batiste dry shampoo. It is coming back as my favorite. For right now, I just feel like my hair in the top is getting really oily and I really need a dry shampoo that will cut the oil. And this absolutely does it. I will say this has gone up in price. Walmart, at least in California, is I think like $11.50 basically, but it cuts the oil. Now I will say it doesn't do anything else for my hair. It cuts the oil and maybe leaves it slightly dry, but I combat that by just putting in a hair oil, which I know seems like an oxymoron, but it works. Redken was my #1 for like work days, but I don't know. Here lately, it's just not cutting the oil enough. So anyway, Batiste is pretty much winning my favorite dry shampoo. Another thing I've really been enjoying, not the scent necessarily, but the Bath & Body Ultimate Hydration Body Cream. I think it really works well. I will say their price has gone up. I got this as a gift. Somebody bought this for me or gave this to me at Christmas. This is $15.50. I just bought one for my birthday and it's up to $17.95. So I would say only buy it when it's on sale. But this formula, only in my opinion, the Ultimate Hydration is just that. It really does a good job keeping my hands soft and warm. Not warm, hydrated. Anywho. All right. I just bought this in my last Marshall's haul. It's one of 2 things. I have had the worst breakout I've probably had in 15 years. So I'm thinking it's the Pacific Ceramide, which is really sad. I will say though, I've tried 3 or 4 or 5 Pacifica products. I'm sure they're good for somebody, but in general, I don't react well. This was just such a good deal and so many good ingredients. I couldn't say no. This has awesome ingredients, but I broke out so bad. I had like 5 pimples, like all right here, like together. It has been a long time since I've had pimples on top of pimples. Then I broke down here. The only other thing it could really have been is this sample of Kula sunscreen. So it's one of these, and for that reason, I broke out so bad, I don't even want to try it again. This I was hoping to love. It went on greasy and felt greasy, looked greasy. So Do God Illuminating Serum Sunscreen. I was hoping to try out a bunch of new sunscreens from my little samples I got. But again, one of these I broke out so bad that they just have to go. I had picked one of these up hoping it would be a great thing for my daughter for her face because she hates sunscreen on her face. In my mind, a sunscreen stick, I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking like a clear gel that really just whatever. This comes on in a big white stripe. You have to blend this more than you do a cream. So I don't get the point. I thought the point was easy application, kind of just throw it on and go. But this is like very much like you're rubbing a deodorant stick on your body. And when she drew it on her face, she had big white stripes that were really hard to blend. So I don't know, maybe other sticks are better, but this Sun Frog one, I don't recommend. All right, I love body oil. I will say this is really thick. I'm not quite sure Trader Joe's meant it to be a body oil, but it's $3.99 and it has vitamin E and a lot of good oils. And so basically, because I guess I want the affordable option, I've been using this as a body oil. I use it on my arms and my neck. Again, it is thicker than I would like. The packaging is so-so. But for $3.99, honestly, it's a good buy. And whenever I don't get a body oil in my boxes, that's what I'm going to go with. Speaking of oils, this was recommended by another YouTuber. And she basically uses it as a pre-wash kind of routine. Let's see, coconut oil miracle. I'm not even sure. Maybe that's just the brand. This stuff, if you can't tell, the label is peeling off. I had to wrap it in toilet paper because it just oozes oil. And coconut oil in particular is so heavy, even the tiniest amount weighs my hair down. So yes, it can be used for a pre-shampoo conditioning treatment. It gets everywhere. And my hair is so like oil slicked. I can't imagine you could use this for a daytime thing. So I'm kind of just done. It leaks all over my vanity, all over everything. So I'm done. All right. I really love this makeup. I don't know if I'm going to buy it. Now, it's kind of worn off. This is the Thrive Buildable Blur. I got this after another YouTuber recommended it. Now, they have changed packaging and a formula, I believe, since then. This is SPF 35. This does give you just a lovely, I feel like, subtle glow. I mean, it does glow. I like to glow, but I don't think it's a crazy over the top. The one thing is, and I'm only getting rid of it now because it's old. I think I've had it for 2 years. This is light. There are times where this is the perfect shade, and then there's times where I'm like, oh dear, it's not. So I don't know about their new formula. I don't think there's any store where you can go try on Thrive, because I would love to do a shade match. And I'm not the person who's going to buy the fair, buy the light, and then mix the two. But I really do love this. And I am definitely considering rebuying it just because it does give the perfect glow, the perfect coverage. I would say it's kind of light, probably buildable. I'm not a person to ask for coverage, but it takes away all the redness and it gives you a lovely glow. So I really do, I really did love Thrive. But like I said, I feel like there's parts of the year where it was perfect and parts of the year wasn't. So that's my only reservation about getting it again. And I do think it's online only. So I got this in a box and it's just got to go. I've gotten a lot from Truly, from Ipsy. And I thought this could be used as a body butter, a whipped body butter. I thought I could use it as my foot cream. It comes out so oily and just, I don't know. It's almost like a cake batter that's oily and it doesn't sink in. And I don't like it. I don't like touching it. You can basically put it on before bed, but then it's all that gunk getting on your sheets. So this is my first product from Truly that has been truly a disappointment. I just tried this morning, actually. I've seen a lot of people talk about Dermalogica sunscreen. Now, I suppose Dermalogica probably has more than one sunscreen. This was not for me. I'm not even going to try it again. Very heavy, very oily. I would say 2 hours later, because I put it on and then I was basically doing laundry and running errands, doing things around the house. It finally kind of soaked in. You looked kind of oily. This is the Dynamic Skin Recovery. If you had super dry skin, maybe this is for you. This particular one, no way for oily skin. And it just felt like sunscreen, looked like sunscreen. Ugh. And I don't like that. I want my sunscreen to kind of soak in and disappear. So this one definitely not for me. I like these a lot. Some of the Mighty Patches work, some of them don't. I forget which one didn't for me. The red ones, I will say, are okay. I've had better, I've had worse. They do the trick. I highly recommend pimple patches if you haven't tried them. I will say these take 2 to 3 nights to really get rid of your pimple. But when I get a pimple, it's a fairly like big red thing, not just like one of those tiny ones. But it totally does decrease it. And so I do like these. But I'm not like, it's not like my holy grail. And honestly, I've tried some really, really good ones that knock it off in like one night. And I wish I would have repurchased. I wish I would have written them down. But honestly, if I was in a pinch and didn't know what else to buy, I would get these again because they do work. Just a little slower. All right, another Trader Joe's. This is my favorite soap from them. It is not necessarily, you know, the best scent or the best whatever, because there's pretty much not a scent. But this is the honey oatmeal. Sorry, you get 2 bars for I think $3 and change. They last a long time. They don't break down. They feel kind of nice. I love the oatmeal and the honey for my skin. So really like those. I did not necessarily like Trader Joe's lavender ones. They broke apart and kind of had lavender grit in them. Here's another product I really love, but with an asterisk, and I don't know if I'm going to repurchase. This is the Fenty Skin Moisturizer Sun Visor. So, it's unique in that it's refillable. The refills, sadly, aren't that much cheaper, like maybe $4 cheaper. And I feel like this is a product that would not be good for oily skin. So I liked that basically a lot of her products are multitasking. So it has skin serum kind of things in it. It's got SPF. So it's basically a moisturizer and an SPF. My one downfall with this is that it's heavier. So I think oily skin, no way. And it kind of feels, you can feel it pretty much all day. The one thing I like is if I'm in a hurry in the morning and I don't have time to do a lot of different layers, this is kind of a one-stop shop. You're good to go, but it sits heavier than I would like. I'm probably going to save the bottle just in case I change my mind, but I don't think I'm going to repurchase it. Very glad I had it, glad I tried it, but I think for my personal skin, it's too thick, too heavy. Like I said, I like things to be light and just sink right in. All right, Honest Beauty Mascara, $17.99. So it kind of strikes the middle. It's not quite drugstore, but it's not as expensive as, you know, higher end. If I feel like maybe you have a lot of experience with makeup, although I wear mascara every day, I don't know. This can do a beautiful thing for your eyes, but you have to work at it, and I don't have time for that. So it has a primer, and this is the first primer I've ever used. I feel like if you don't let the primer dry, then you have to separate it. It's going to clump. The first time I used this, it was so clump everything. And then you can go in with the mascara. I do like the wand here, but again, you have to separate it. Sometimes you get a beautiful look. Sometimes it's clumpy. I will say it never flakes. It lasts all day. What it looks like in the morning, it'll look like 12 hours later. It really lifts and curls, and it holds that lift all day. But for me, I don't have time to sit there and finesse and work at it. And once it's clumpy, it's pretty much clumpy. And so I'm not the person who's going to take off my mascara, do it again. I don't have time for that. I need it to be quick, on the go. And so for that reason, I'm glad I got it in a box and I tried it, but I'm not even going to use it to completion because I just don't have time to, number one, work at it. Number two, what if it's clumpy all day? I don't want that. So, when it's good, but I don't have time. I don't want finicky products. So this was by Mora. I don't even know if I'm saying that. I got it in my Goldie Boxed. I'm kind of thinking I'm kind of over Goldie Boxed. A lot of the products seem nice and then they don't seem nice. Like this seems nice. Caffeine eye gel. Awesome. It has a really cool applicator. But the product just glumps out. It's really hard to get the right amount. So, yeah, I just don't have time for it. It makes a mess. It gets everywhere. And I don't know whether that's the product or what, but I do feel like sometimes the Goldie Box products are just not so good. Some are. All right, what's next? I am loving this. I will repurchase. I kind of recommend Kohl's because the coupons are good for it. So this is Burt's Bee. I bought it on a whim because of like a Kohl's coupon, Kohl's cash situation. It's about $14. This is the Calming Day Lotion with aloe and rice milk. Lots of good calming ingredients. My skin has been loving this. Let's see. Sunflower seed oil, glycerin, squalane, jojoba seed oil, aloe, rice, honey. I mean, it for me, sodium hyaluronate, it just, I feel like is really good at making my skin happy. And so for me, I love it. I have more sensitive skin. I have red skin. So I will definitely repurchase. Love it. And it's the same price at Walmart, but like I said, if you have coupons or Kohl's Cash, Kohl's for some reason, or maybe it's like that for everything at Kohl's, I don't know. But I think I only paid like $4 for this. So I will definitely be buying mine at Kohl's. My Kohl's anyway has it in that little, I don't know what you'd call that, but in the line to the checkout, they have like this little area of stuff, and they have that there for me. All right, this is my new Holy Grail. And I don't know, I think the cap went away. Now they have, I believe, repackaged, reformulated. So I've already repurchased this particular one through Ipsy. Derma E, which I really recommend. You can see that now more at different places. Whole Foods has it. This is about $36. My skin feels awesome. It soaks in really good. You feel the results all day long. Like when I first started using this, I just kept feeling my skin over and over again. Advanced peptide and collagen. So I am like relatively new to the peptide collagen, but those seem to be like the top ingredients for helping you age more gracefully, etc. I really love this. Sorry, my daughter came in. And so I love these. I love the ingredients. I don't think the bottle has the ingredients, but they had these on a really good deal on Ipsy. So I've bought 2 or 3 more. And when they run out, I'll buy the new one from Derma E. I love them. I don't feel like we can stop aging, but I'm okay with anything that helps just make that process more great. I was going to say grateful. I cannot talk today. All right. I love this product. This was the wrong color for me, but L'Oreal Paris Lumi Glotion. I feel like this is the awesome product if you want to look glowy yet natural. I will say that if you're a fair skin person, I don't know. I bought the light and it was too dark. It was like a bronzer, and then I bought the fair and it's a perfect match. I love putting it on. You could probably wear it with nothing else. And it just does this really nice all over glow. And it works perfect with foundation. So it's kind of like my new highlighter. They only have like 8 colors. I believe it's like somewhere between $10 and $12. This is way better for me than the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I like it so much. I'm thinking about doing like a dedicated a video on it. All right, this was my favorite makeup brush, and it broke. And so this was Amazon, $6.99. I really love this kabuki style where it has all of these bristles that are super soft. This airbrush blends your makeup right in. This lasted me 11 months before it snapped. Now the reviews do say they're gonna snap, and I suppose you could probably still use it like that. So maybe I'm gonna do that. I thought would be a replacement for like $4 from Stylevania, but I don't like it. The bristles feel very synthetic. Again, this just airbrushes like a dream. And so I think maybe I'll just hold it like this. I don't know. The one downfall I do feel like is that you're holding it sideways. But again, I love it. And for $6.99, I don't know. I almost feel like getting almost a year's worth is good. Lip oil. This is not it for me. This is by, I believe, Noonie. I got it on Amazon. It looks all nice and oily, but it just does nothing. Apple Cocoa Lip Oil. Again, I think by Noonie. Amazon, just no go. I love this stuff. I've already repurchased it. Centella Asiatica Pure. This was from Stalvania. It was like $5 basically. It soaks right in, and I love Centella Asiatica for calming my skin, calming the redness, etc. I did not like this, and I didn't think I would. I made my husband use it. This is the Dr. Brandt, which I usually like Dr. Brandt, a mineral mask. And it's supposed to help exfoliate, etc. But I believe it had some of the lactic acid, glycolic acid, which my skin hates. It turns me red. So because of that, I did not care for it. But normally, I really like Dr. Brandt. All right, the Body Shop British Rose. So this surprised me. It was actually really moisturizing. I really loved it as a foot cream. It comes off, I will say that it's very thick, like a putty. I don't know why I'm showing you an empty container. Very thick like a putty. At the same time, once you get it out, it's kind of thin. And so then you don't think it's going to moisturize, but it really does. I got this from a student for a gift at Christmas. I'm not quite sure how much they are. I tend to get a lot of foot cream products, so this could be one that I would think about repurchasing. But probably not. This surprised me. Again, it's so thick, it's hard to get out, but then it's thin. I don't know. It's really odd. All right, this is another Trader Joe's that I love and hate, and I don't know if I'll repurchase. This is $3.99. I'm very picky about my sunscreen. It has to soak in. This is only 15 SPF. If this was 30, I would definitely buy it again. It's a great formula. It has a couple skincare things. It soaks right in. It doesn't irritate anything. But the packaging, it just glops out. It's hard to get out. You know, you want a little and it just kind of spurts and splatters, gets on your clothes. So honestly, I wish they charged 50 cents more and then get better packaging. I also wish they had a 30 SPF. But honestly, if you're like me and you're just picky about sunscreens, this is worth it because the price is so good. I just hate the packaging because I've gotten all over my clothes, etc. I love this, but it's $60, so I'm not sure I'll repurchase. Josie Maran 100% pure argan oil. I got this, I believe, in a FabFitFun. And I thought I found a dupe, but I'm not quite sure. I have the Trader Joe's 100% argan oil, which is $6.99. And I kind of feel like sometimes when you're paying for the name. I don't know who Josie Maran is, but I assume some sort of, I don't know, hair guru, somebody famous. I don't know. But I kind of feel like when you also pay more, maybe you get like a different manufacturing style. So this, you could almost put too much and it still didn't weigh your hair down. With the Trader Joe's, I feel like it weighs my hair down. So I feel like there must be a different way of manufacturing it that makes it lighter or something. So I do love this, and I'm not quite sure. I think the Trader Joe's is a dupe, but for a lot more money, is it worth it? I'm not sure. These are my favorite chapsticks, and this is EOS. I'm not sure how you say that, but the EOS. They also have like the little circle ones. This lasts me usually about a year, but sadly my daughter, I don't know, she was just getting used to chapsticks and I think shoved it down without putting it down. So they're about $2.50 a piece if you buy them at Walmart. So I love them, and that's my preferred chapstick. Another chapstick, I saw one of my students this year have these little mini Vaselines, and then I saw them at Target, so I thought, why not try it? Vaseline is awesome. Like when my daughter gets a cold and she has the runny nose sort of situation where it gets all red, putting that is really good. This is rose scented. My problem is you have to pick it out with your finger, and then you put it on your lips, but then you're left with the leftover on your finger. And so I was towards the end kind of rubbing it on my cuticles, but if you're on the go, I don't want to have this like Vaseline on my finger. What do you do with? So I think this is a cute product if you're at home, but for me, it was not a good product for on the go. And so I just don't like having the excess product on my finger. I love this stuff. I mean love. And I just got it in my TheraBox, so I'm so excited because I won't repurchase it. Earth Harbor Azure Regenerative Neck Cream. This stuff it is filled to the hilt with good ingredients. I love neck cream. I feel like necks and the décolletage is like a forgotten area. This runs about $56 to $60. So I was so excited to get it. Nice glass container. I just can't do $60 for a neck cream, but I really do love it. This I also just got in my TheraBox. It is terrible. The Balance NYC, it's a hairspray oil. It smells terrible. I often do a hair oil before I shampoo, and I put it on before I went to the gym. I was almost embarrassed to go to the gym. I smelled myself. This stuff, I don't know. I almost feel like if you could put hippie in a bottle, I don't know. And I don't mean hippie in a good way. I don't know. Let's smell it again. I think it has essential oils, which I don't know. This just, I don't know. It just does not smell good. And it weighs my hair down. And it's a spray no less. So anyway, this was a disappointment. And due to the smell, I don't even want to try to use it before the shampoo. This was another one that I normally love their products, Amina. And you get a lot of these in boxes, it seems. And normally their products are really good. It's really pretty, multicolored. And it was a whipped soap. And I normally love whipped soaps. This pretty much, I don't know whether it's old, whether they made a mistake in making it, but it pretty much stains my razor. It won't come off my leg. It's goopy. I just don't know. And so, anyway, for that reason, I just don't like it. It's going in the garbage. All right, we're down to the last little bit. All right. So this was, at one time, my favorite makeup brush. I did a short about it, but prior to that, I was basically a finger girl. I did not use brushes, sponges, etc. And so this was Rare Beauty. And I think for the right formula, it's still a good brush. It kind of has the kabuki-like feel, but they're not as dense. They're really soft. I do love that it's pointy and can get into the crevices. And maybe for the foundation I was using at that moment, it was really good. I just don't like it when I use it. I have to go back in and blend. I just love this style. It's bigger. It has, I don't know, 3 times more bristles. So I think the Rare Beauty is still a good brush for people who want a specific thing. But I love the airbrushed, no makeup look. And so this is like $25. This is $6.99. I think I've evolved. So I like this way, way better. All right. So I was super excited to try the Maracuja Juicy Glow. This was by all means the wrong color. This was light neutral, which should have worked. It is so dark. Like, I feel like it's for somebody, 10 shades above me. Even besides that, it was just not a good formula. I will be honest, it's been a little bit since I tried it, and I only did it once. It's just, I don't know how it can be light neutral and not be the right shade. But you can even see kind of putting it next to my skin. It is just not the right shade. Was not happy. Happy I got a sample, so I didn't have to buy it. All right, I love the Diana's Goat Milk Hand Cream. I usually buy a little pack of this at Costco. Very moisturizing. And then I'm not even sure this is a brand people know. I got it in my Ipsy, the Olivia Palermo. And this is illuminating primer. I love the packaging, glass bottle. This stuff makes you a disco ball. So it is literally like the silver fluid, very oily and disco ball. I just don't like it. I like the, where did it go? The Gloomy Lotion is just so gloomy. The Lumi Lotion is just so much better. So happy to have this, try it, but it's kind of over with. Anyway, that's all my empties. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you have a great day.